Hey everyone, Susan Campfield here. Welcome to our Tuesday tutorial. Thanks for joining me tonight. Tonight we're going to do a fun card layout, and it's called, I've seen it called a couple of different things, but we're going to be using the Quite Curvy Christmas Curvy Die bundle, which is the Quite Curvy variety bundle. And I'm basically going to be using the Christmas set tonight, and I don't think I'm even using the dies for this one. So mostly I'm just using this set. How are you? We got some people joining us. Yay, thanks for tuning in. So I'm actually going to start with the big shot. And the card we're making tonight is with the layering circle dies. Those have been around for a really long time. You can never go wrong with investing in shapes, in my opinion. They're just always handy to have. And I decided to use that tonight because of the sale that's going on today. So today is the Marion Bright Extravaganza, and it's 10% off almost everything. I think there are 800 items in the catalog, and over 700 of them are on sale for 10% off. So it's a great time to get those things from the main catalog. It's a good time to stock up on cardstock, and there's a few exclusions that I've got posted in our group here, but many things are on sale. So if you go onto my online store, you'll see those. So we're going to start by cutting some circles here. The layering circle dies are one of the things that are part of the sale. And there was some issues this morning with the sale when it started, particularly in our global markets. And so Stampin' Up! Just announced they're actually going to extend this sale. It was supposed to be a one-day flash sale, and they're extending it through tomorrow at midnight. So yay! It gives us a little more time. All right, so let's bring these in. I've got them staggered so that I remember what's what, what I'm cutting out of what. So these are the layering circles. They come with both the smooth-sided circles and the scallops. These are great for doing punch art and building critters and all sorts of fun things. But this one, we're going to make a card. So for this card, there's several ways that you can do this card, and I'm calling it the retro circle layout. It's also called the layering circles, and you can see lots of them on Pinterest. I'm going to kind of do a simplified version, which has, we're using 4 sizes of circles, but mainly it's 3 sizes that we're layering. I'll make sense in a minute here. So I'm going to go ahead and crank these through, and I'm cutting them out of the Classic Christmas Designer Series paper, which is part of that bundle, the Quite Curvy Variety Bundle. And the dies that I'm using here, look at my cheat sheet here. So this one that I'm using on the Sahara Sand Designer paper is the 3rd up from the smallest circle. And this one that I'm using on the Cherry Cobbler pattern is the 3rd down from largest circle, if that makes sense. So let's pull those out. And then we've got, let's see, I think you go here and you go here. There we go. And this one goes in here. All right, so then we've got the largest circle and the smallest circle. That's easy to remember, right? And we're going to cut that from Cherry Cobbler. Hey Nancy, good evening. Thanks for tuning in. So I've seen this layout a lot for quite a few months now, and I've been wanting to try it. So I thought it would be fun to give it a go tonight. So thanks for being here with me while we play. All right, and then before I put the die cutting embossing machine away, got the smallest and the largest, I'm actually going to do a little embossing really quick here. So put this guy here, that one there. Just get these onto the magnet and embossing. Okay, let's set that aside. Take out my die cutting insert there, and the embossing folder I'm using is a 3D folder. It's called Scripty, and then I'm going to use the specialty plate for that. Sorry, bumped the camera there. So it's script, obviously, and you do want to take a second to make sure your paper is orientated the correct way so that your words are not sideways when you emboss them. And my card is a landscape card, so I'm going to go that way. Because I'm using a 3D folder, I don't need any other plates, just the specialty plate. Crank that through, and now we can put our die cutting machine away. Goodness, I keep hitting the camera tonight. Gosh, you guys are going for a bumpy ride here. All right, there we've got, can you see that? Just a delicate scripted background, really elegant. Hey Terry, how are you? Thanks for watching. All right, so what we're going to do next is we're going to cut some of our circles. I'm not going to cut the smallest one. That's just going to stay the way it is. And the simple version, you take 3 circles of varying sizes and you cut them in half. And you can do that with just with regular paper snips, or what I'm doing is I'm just laying it in my trimmer and eyeballing it. It doesn't have to be exact because that'll be covered up. And then we'll do the same with this. And cut that right in half. And last one, this little guy. Again, I'm just kind of eyeballing it there to see if I'm about right. Hold it down with the plastic piece. The trimmer's on sale too, 10% off for that, as well as the layering circle dies. So if you don't have those in your stash, now is a good time. All right, so I've got my cherry cobbler card base here. Let's grab a bone folder out of the drawer. And just going to layer on my scripty here. I think I might layer these together with multi-purpose liquid glue. Happy Thanksgiving to you too, Donna, and everybody. We are planning a small celebration with the 3 of us. I bought a very little turkey. It's very cute. So it's going to be kind of fun. All right, so now we're going to do our circles. So the idea is they're going to be layered like this, and we're going to mount them. And you know what? I'm just going to use multi-purpose liquid glue for that. Just because that's going to give me a little bit of wiggle room. I can slide it around a little bit if it's not quite where I want it. So I want to layer the circles, but I want to line them up towards one edge. So I'm deliberately staggering them all to one side. And some of you know I have sort of a love-hate relationship with multi-purpose liquid glue, but something like this, it really does come in handy. I know some of you love it and use it for everything, and that's awesome. I wish I had those skills, but sometimes I get more than I want. One of my team members gave me this cute little holder thing. I think somebody made it for her on a 3D printer. All right, and then we're going to do on this one, same thing, but I'm going to stagger them the other side. This does end up having kind of a fun retro look to it. Looks like I might have a dog hair in my glue. What a shocker. There we go. All right, so I know it's not looking like much, but it's gonna, oh, so you see how I got it a little bit high? We're actually gonna be covering that seam up, so it's not a big deal, but that's where that liquid glue comes in handy. I can just slide it right into place. So then we're gonna layer these so that that middle circle kind of forms a swoop. I don't know what the official name is. I call it a swoop. So, and then that's gonna get layered on our card here. So now I can go back to the regular adhesive. I'll put one more piece on there. What the heck? All right. So again, just going to lightly lay that on there until I get this one in play. And figure out where I want to put it. So I want those to line up, but also want about the same amount of space on each side. That looks, I can live with that. That looks okay to me. I don't want them overlapping, I want them flush. Let me bring that up so you can see it a little bit closer. Okay, and now we've got our, I think I did overlap just a little bit, there we go. So now we want to add our greeting, and I actually already stamped this. So this is the Thinking of You at Christmas from the Curvy Christmas stamp set here. And I just have that on a 1/2 inch piece of Whisper White, and then I cut the end with the Pick-a-Punch, the Banners Pick-a-Punch. And that's going to go there. And then this circle is going to go right there. So the advantage of that greeting is that it covers up that seam where the two meet, and then the circle's just for fun. So let's go ahead and we'll do liquid glue on this too, since it's kind of skinny. And I can adjust it if need be. Get my little circle on there. And on the circle, you want to make sure, I'm going to slide that down just a little bit. Again, there's that advantage of that multi-purpose liquid glue. Got the little circle. You've seen it too, Nancy? Yeah, it's I've been wanting to try it so much. And I'm just going to add, we're going to add a little embellishments, you know, because we can. Another item that's on sale, these are in the catalog, and I want to say they're called gold faceted gems. And they don't really show how cool they are in the catalog, but because they're faceted, they really are really glitzy. So we're going to do the small one, and we'll stick that here. We're going to do a medium one, and we'll stick that here. And then we'll do the largest one, and we'll stick that right there. And then let's stamp the inside real quick here. I'm going to cut a piece because I thought I did, but I don't see it. So for our inside of our card, let's see. I have a stamping cushion here somewhere. There it is. We're going to stamp these fun trees because we can. Again, right out of the Curvy Christmas. And let's ink those up with the Cherry Cobbler. Trying to get ink just on the stamps and not on the block. We'll see how I did because I've got that on a really big block. And we're just going to have those trees across the bottom here. And, oops, I closed the ink pad. Not sure why I did that. And then in the set, there's this little tiny star. We're just going to add that just for fun right on top of that tree there. And then for our inside message, we're going to go with, may your days be merry and bright. And then we'll pop that inside the card here. Boy, that came out really dark. I must have not cleaned that stamp very well. Kind of looks cool though, but obviously it had like navy or, oh, you know what? I bet it had shaded spruce on it. Whoops. Now I've made a new color. And that's just going to go on the inside of our card. I got to be careful because I got ink all over myself, like we do, right? And there we have our retro circles fun layout. Isn't that fun? So some of the adaptations you can do to this is you can actually do 5 different sizes of circles. You can mix in some stitch circles if you want, if you have the stitch shaped dies. And you can have different ones on the top and bottom. You want this one, you want the one in the center basically to still match up and still be the same. But the others, since they don't match up, you can change the sizes on those and stagger them and just play around with that. So that is our card today. I also played around with maybe adding a bow. I haven't decided yet. Let me know in the comments if you think, I almost didn't know if it was going to be too much. I don't know that it needs it. So let me know in the comments if you think I should add the bow or not. So thanks so much for joining me tonight. And I hope you give this layout a try. Just remember that the sale that's going on right now involves things from the annual catalog, not the holiday catalog. And it is, most of the products are 10% off. And it's a great time to stock up. That sale was supposed to end tonight at midnight, but is extended for one more day. So it goes through tomorrow at midnight. Thanks, everyone. Happy creating and have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Bye-bye.